Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. The season finale of Agatha All Along left Marvel fans buzzing with questions, though it did resolve a few long-standing mysteries. It turns out the Witch's Road wasn't real at all, but simply another reality-warping hex from a chaotic Maximoff. And while Agatha Harkness, played by Kathryn Hahn, may now be dead, and perhaps not as evil as we once thought, she reappears as a ghost to guide Billy Maximoff, Joe Locke, on his journey to reconnect with his brother, Tommy. It's also confirmed that Tommy has been reincarnated in a new body. Jack Sheffer, the show's creator and lead writer, clarified this lingering detail in an interview. During the final trial on the Witch's Road, Agatha decides to help Billy, showing him how to use his powers to locate a new vessel for Tommy's spirit. Billy telepathically finds a young man, a prank victim who tragically drowned, and channels Tommy's spirit into the body just before returning to the real world, much like Jen, Sashir's Amata, did once she got what she needed from the Witch's Road. Yes, the intention was for Billy to finally fulfill his desire to bring Tommy back by placing his soul into that young man's body. Sheffer explained to Entertainment Weekly. These storylines are ever-evolving, so future projects may explore this further, but we love the idea of Agatha fully embracing her mentor role, albeit in her own dark way, by helping Billy wield one of his most potent abilities. Tommy was not cast at that time, so is he cast now somewhere behind the scenes? I know nothing. I literally know nothing, the showrunner replies. At the time of making Agatha All Along, there was not a Tommy. Sheffer shouts out Episode 8 director Ganja Monteiro and cinematographer Isaiah Dant Lee for executing the Tommy scene, as well as scribe Peter Cameron, who came up with the idea of how to pull off that character's resurrection semi-off camera. Everyone in the writer's room just loved that there was something kind of terrifying about it, that it was something done on Billy's side out of love, but that Agatha was all fingernails and meanness, she says. The final episodes of Agatha All Along deliver some massive twists, especially the revelation that Billy was the one who actually created the Witch's Road. For centuries, Agatha had used the Witch's Road ballad as a trap to lure other witches, draining their powers for herself. She intended to do the same with Alice, Aliane, Lilia, Patti LuPone, and Jen, until Billy, panicking while under attack from the Salem Seven, subconsciously created an entire reality to escape. The concept emerged early in development when showrunner Jack Sheffer and executive producer Mary Livanos were brainstorming ideas in the writer's room. By then they knew they wanted the Witch's Road, an alternate plane of existence from the comics, to play a central role in the story. We were weaving together this beautiful tapestry for what the road would be, Sheffer said. We had these ideas like every tree on the road being a dead witch, each representing someone who had perished there. Our research on nature and witchcraft inspired a lot of these hauntingly beautiful elements. Then it hit me. What if Billy created it? And with that thought came, what if Agatha had manipulated him into doing it? Sheffer was cautious about this approach, concerned it might make the series feel like WandaVision 2.0. But when the writers developed the idea that the Witch's Road was a long con and the ballad was never actually a functional spell, Billy's role in the story began to take shape. We had to scrap a lot of our initial ideas as they no longer fit with the new direction, especially since no one had ever really been on the road before, Sheffer explained. But sacrifices like these are part of the creative process. The Usual Suspects, directed by Bryan Singer, served as a major influence on Agatha All Along. Spoiler warning for a 29-year-old film. Showrunner Jack Sheffer explained, "When you realize it was all a fabricated story, it doesn't undermine your experience of the movie. You still care about Gabriel Byrne's character, Dean Keaton. You still care about Edie Susie Amiss, and you feel the impact of Fenster's Benicio del Toro death. Agatha's death and return as a ghost, meanwhile, are directly inspired by the comics. Longtime Marvel readers will recognize this motive from several comic arcs, where Agatha appears as a spectral guide to Wanda Maximoff, including in Scarlet Witch, The Witch's Road by James Robinson, one of Sheffer's major inspirations for the series. Sheffer considered this twist inevitable and was surprised that more fans hadn't theorized about it. Now, Agatha has become a ghostly mentor for Billy, who ultimately seals the Witch's Road as a memorial to those lost on the journey. He then steps into the light, resolved to find Tommy.